I'm going to do another problem here. This is an inequality, and it says v divided by 2 plus 4 is greater than or equal to -5. So I have to remember I have to do inverse operations, and my goal is to get that v all by itself. All right, so let me just circle the v. This is what I need to get isolated. My first step is to get rid of the 4. It says plus 4. Inverse operations would tell me to do minus 4. Whatever I do to the right side, I need to do to the left side. Left and right was mixed up there, but now over here on the left side I have v over 2 is still greater than or equal to. We want to take a quick look at this side here on the right side. I have two integers. My signs are the same. When the signs are the same, you add them together and keep the sign. So I have is greater than a -9. All right. Last step then, we see v divided by 2. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. So I'm going to multiply this side by 2, and I also have to multiply this side by 2. The 2's will go away because 2 divided by 2 is 1. And I'm left with v is greater than or equal to -18. All right, so I find -18 on my number line, and I circle it. And because it's greater than or equal to, I need to fill in my circle because it includes the -18. Now I want all the numbers bigger than -18, so my line arrow goes to the right. All right, we're going to do another one. This one's going to have a decimal in, so stay tuned while I get that problem set up. With this inequality, I have a -2100ths minus 3.3a is less than 27 and 1800ths. All right, inverse operations, I need to use those to get my variable all by itself. Here's my variable, and I need to get all the numbers removed around it. So I have to start over here and get rid of the 21. All right, it says minus 21. The opposite of minus 21 would be plus 21. Come over here to the right hand side of the equation, and I have to add 2100ths there too. All right, now I'm left with a -3.3a is less than, here my signs are the same, so I add them together. 8 plus 1 is 9, 2 plus 1 is 3, don't lose your decimal, 7, and 27 and 3900ths. All right, our last step then is to take a look at this. -3.3 in front of the a, that means multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I am going to divide this side by -3.3. That'll make that go away. On the right hand side, I'm also going to divide by -3.3. And I'm going to get my calculator out in a second here, but first I want to set this up for you. A is going to be greater than. All right, you might be asking yourself, why did I flip the sign? The reason I flipped the sign is because I just divided by a negative across an inequality. If I multiply or divide across an inequality with a negative number, I have to flip my sign. So a again is going to be bigger than 27 and 3900ths divided by 3.3. All right, so carefully turn your calculator on. 27.39. I have entered that correctly. Divided by -3.3, and I've entered that correctly. I hit the enter button, and I get -8.3. Okay, now we do the graphing part, -8.3. So I'm going to have a dot about right there. You know, it's just a guesstimate on that line. And then I want all the numbers that are bigger than -8.3. So my line goes to the right. Watch these videos on inequalities again as many times as it takes until you can understand the process.